Welcome to Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
It's Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen. And Tom, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
That's good. Nice to see you on a bright Saturday morning.
It is, and I'll tell you what, Tom, the one thing I appreciate about this show is we get a whole lot of bang for our buck with different topics. And today, since we have not one but two very special guests, we should probably get to that listener email.
We got two very, very special guests. Yes, let's get to the email.
All right, the email goes, hello, Insights into Insurance. I'm looking at doing some estate planning for my farm. Where and how do I begin? Please let me know, from Gerald.
Gerald, boy, that can be a really hard thing to say, okay, I want to do estate planning, I want to do succession planning. And the next question is, oh my goodness gracious, where do I begin? So that's where I brought in two people that can help us answer that question, Gerald. And I'm going to introduce you to our introduction of our farm transition and estate planning team that we use at Americana Insurance. One of our special guests is Jolene Honkomp of JH Financial. And then the other one is Abby Leach of Leach Law Office. And good morning, Jolene. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning.
I just want to know, Jolene, tell me about who you are and what you do. What's JH Financial? I do know that you used to be with Greenhaven Marketing, but now you are with a company of JH Financial. And why would you be one of our special guests on this topic today?
Hi, Tom. It's pretty easy. I was with Greenhaven Marketing, but formed JH Financial. And I partner with Americana Insurance. My background is in transitioning business and family wealth and family farms to the next generation, assisting with estate planning and also retirement planning, and in sales when you get into life insurance that is needed, long-term care, and other financial products.
Well, that sounds real easy. Well, that sounds great, Jolene. And Abby, how about you as a special guest? What do you bring to the table as far as the team that we have?
Good morning, Tom. My name is Abby Leach. I have my own law office here in Albert Lea. I've been working for roughly over a year. I know it doesn't sound like very long, but I'm from Albert Lea originally. I actually have an agriculture background. Worked for Pioneer Seed for a year and did some research there, and went to law school in South Dakota, kind of the heart of agriculture. So with your guys' help and Jolene's help, it makes for a great team for estate planning. That's kind of the area I specialize in, and some probate and real estate with that. So it's a great team to kind of bring all of our heads together and figure out a way to do the succession and estate planning.
And she's a big Jackrabbits fan, right?
Oh, no way. No.
That's great. And actually, Tom's going to be nice enough. He's going to kind of sit this one out, and I'm going to kind of mediate this. So, Jolene, I've been hearing a lot about this. Can you please explain what is the Land as Your Legacy program?
Sure. This is a very unique program, and it's a program that's been designed by Nationwide Insurance. And they designed it basically due to their board members. They are active farmers, and they are one of the number one egg writers in the U.S. And one of the board members did have an issue, and when the senior generation farm owner passed away, they did have to split up the farm. So because of that, they have all of the resources that are needed. They are one of the biggest egg writers, and the biggest question was, what are we doing to help these farmers successfully transition that business to the next generation? And what they found, there are 2.2 million farms in America. 97% of them are family farms, yet only 11% of those family farms have a transition plan in place. And when I'm talking about a transition plan, I'm not talking about the estate plan. A lot of people do put an estate plan together, they put a will in place, but that doesn't take care of everything. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a successful transition to the next generation. So what this program looks at are 5 key elements. And the first one is succession planning. And this is where we create a path to successfully pass the business to the next generation. We work together and we identify concerns and goals, things that keep people up at night. So they identify what they would like to do, and we communicate that, put that together, and we make sure that everyone in that operation is involved, and it's clearly explained to everyone so everyone understands it. The next plan is business planning, and we ensure profitability now and in the future for the next generation, and that's key. You know, if they want to expand the business, we look at different things that they can do so when they pass that business on, that it continues to be profitable, and how many people or families can that operation support. One of the other steps is risk management, and this is where we identify and prepare for the risks to that farm operation. We also look at financial independence. This is very important. This is where the senior operator of the farm can actually step back from the day-to-day operations. They can serve more as a mentor, but they can survive off of retirement, and then the next generation can start taking an income from the operation and start working in that operation so that it can pass along seamlessly. And the last step that we look at is estate planning. And like I said before, a lot of people start at this step, and everybody needs to have an estate plan in place. This is very important, but it's also important to go through these other steps so that you have that plan designed the way everyone in that operation wants that plan to be. And Tom, you can, back me up here. There are a lot of people that automatically just assume that all of their kids are going to want to have a piece of that farm.
Yeah.
And they want to be fair. And when you look at these plans, a lot of times fair is not always equal. You have
correct. Yep. Yeah, and well, I was just going to say, you're right. Sometimes fair is not always equitable. Sometimes there could be a situation where one of the kids has been farming and has got a lot of sweat equity, and that's the natural person that's going to take over the farm. Well, maybe his percentage of inheritance or whatever could be higher, just because, for him to succeed in farming going forward, he needs that additional inheritance or something like that. Not to say that that's with everything, but the key to all that planning up to the estate planning, where then we got Abby to take care of us there, and we'll get into that in just a little bit here. But the thing is, all those steps, there's basically 4 steps that there's a lot of dynamics in families that come into play there, okay? And when I say dynamics, that could be many, many things, okay? Sometimes there's dynamics in families. I can tell you that everybody might think their family is the weirdest one on the block. No, we all have situations in our families that there is certain situations that make our families very dynamic. And what those are, we try to get that figured out to where we can finally get that succession plan, to where we can get to the estate planning. What we'll do is we'll come back and ask about the estate planning to Abby here once we come back from our break.
And we'll get more from our dynamic duo in just 30 seconds.
Nationwide is on your side. You have a side that is retired, playing tag and getting tired. A side that owns your own store. Looks like you need to explain some more. That's why there's a Nationwide. They help protect and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Americana Insurance Group at Albert Lea and Wells today.
And we're back here on Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen. And Tom, we've got 2 guests on the show today, Jolene Honkomp with JH Financial LLC and Abby Leach of Leach Law Office. And Abby, we were talking a little bit before that break about the estate plan. And that's the last step of those 5 key elements when it's the Land is Your Legacy program. Estate planning. This is something that everyone should be doing and thinking of. Do you see a lot of people starting this at a late stage in the game?
It seems like in the last year, it's kind of been a good mixture of people. We try to push people to start doing it young. And the younger you start, the easier it is to have things in order your entire life. Also with medical assistance and getting older and health issues coming into play, the younger you do it, the easier it is to have that outcome later. But I would say our normal age category is about 55 to 60 that start, and then we get up there in 60s, 70s, and then it makes it a little more difficult. So it's kind of a mixture, but the younger you start, the easier it is.
Perfect. Jolene, why would someone want to do this? Why would someone want to do this Land as Your Legacy program?
That's simple to answer. You would do this to ensure a seamless transfer of your business to the next generation and keep the plan hopefully going into the future generations. You put in a lot of sweat equity to build that business up, and you would hate to have that business end or fall apart at your death. So it's something you build up, you want to pass on. So this program is really important. It's really a chance to get the family together and openly discuss concerns and goals, and to get everything in place to keep those goals going and to dismiss the concerns, take care of the risk. And lastly, to keep that family strong and keep the family together.
Is this hard to do? How does it work?
It's very easy. We can do this for anyone. And basically, you just contact us. You can contact Tom at Americana. And think of us as your quarterbacks to the team. And we work with you by going over, first of all, 2 initial handouts. And one of them is just to identify concerns and what's most important to you. Each family is different, so we work with each family as individuals, gather the information, and we go through a list where they identify concerns and their goals, they rank their goals, and then we also have a handout, I like to call it homework, where if they do want to go through this program, we let them know ahead of time. They are going to need to get a lot of documents together, so instead of us coming out and then, wasting that time putting together these documents, we give you the sheet ahead of time. And it's basically putting together policies that you have in place, life insurance, long-term care, disability, bank statements, prior year taxes, any deeds that you would have, mortgages. We have the comprehensive list put together, and then we will come and sit with first the farm operator and whoever is in charge. We like to get them all together, and we work with you basically on your farm. It's not a package deal where we have, it's kind of things put together already. We start by getting to know you, and Tom, you know a lot of your clients already, so we have a pretty good handle on that, but we build from that and gather all of the information. We have a whole notebook that we go together and work with you, and we go through all of the 5 key elements. Once we have that together, we send that into Nationwide. Nationwide has their estate attorneys, they have accountants, consultants, and then there's also Tom and I involved. We work together and put together a well-designed plan, and then we come back and review all the information with you, get family together, review this information, and from that point, there's recommendations in there, and we work with you to see what would you like to move forward with.
And Tom, we're talking with Jolene and we're talking with Abby today because I know Americana Insurance has got something special planned in the next few weeks.
You're right. Yeah, Paul. What we've got is it's part of our Christmas open house, where even if you don't come to these events, please come just to have some goodies. We're known for some of the best goodies we have for the Christmas open houses, and anybody's welcome to come. But we also have what we call estate planning, a Women's Matter seminar, which is going to be on December 7th at 10 a.m.
So, Tom, you said this, you got an estate planning and Women's Matters seminar December 7th at Americana Insurance for the clients only. But what exactly is it?
It's a seminar discussing why it is important for women to get involved in the estate plan and planning their later years in life. Obviously, I would like to say, oh, we're going to both die at the same time, the husband and wife, but it just doesn't work out that time. And usually the woman is the one that outlives the man. That's one of the reasons.
Who's going to be at this seminar?
Actually, Jolene Honkomp, our wonderful guest, and Abby Leach are going to be presenting this seminar. And then we also have the next day, December 8th, where there's a will, there's a way. What we're going to be doing there is having Abby in all day, and you got to sign up and get a position, and it's just for Americana clients only to have their will created for them. People are signing up, and then they get documentation back to have filled out, bring it into us, and they will be able to create a will that day.
And is there a cost at all to having people come in for if there's a will, there's a way?
Yeah, there will be a cost of $125, and if you know anything about wills, that's quite a bargain.
Sounds like it is. And Tom, you're putting this all together during the Christmas open house. It seems like Americana's stance in this is what you are providing is you're kind of like that hub. You're able to direct people to their necessary individual. Maybe they have a plan. They already have their estate laid out, but they don't realize some of the other mitigations or costs to it. And then you can say, well, here's Jolene Honkomp to help you out with, or Abby to deal with the other stuff.
You know, I talk to many, many people where they do the estate, they got their estate plan, but they don't have the succession plan or the business plan. And have you talked to, or who do you think is going to run that business? Or what if maybe none of the kids want to be in farming? What is the next step? A lot of people can have the estate plan, but have they really talked it over? And so basically we want family harmony. That's our goal, is family harmony. So when it is Christmas time, they all get together.
And like I said, very, very, very important. So if you missed those dates, once again, estate planning, a woman's matter, December 7th at Americana Insurance, 10 a.m. It's for Americana Insurance clients only, right?
Right, and there's an invite that's been sent out to my clients that they can sign up on, or my clients can also contact us and sign up through the phone, or they can also get online at our website.
And they can give you a call, 377-2000.
Yep, and our website is americanainsurance.com.
This was part one of a two-part conversation that we're going to be having with Abby Leach and Jolene Honkomp. We'll have more conversation next week during the next episode of Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is intended to be educational in nature. Before acting upon any information obtained during the Insights into Insurance radio show broadcast, consult an appropriately licensed professional.